Back to our top story this morning, the accusations from Canada's former Attorney General of a consistent and sustained effort, she says, to politically interfere in the handling of the case against Quebec engineering giant SNC-Lavalin.
The conversations that I had, where they became very clearly inappropriate, was when political issues came up, like the election in Quebec.
Joining us this morning to talk fallout is the host of CTV's Question Period, Evan Solomon. Evan, we heard last hour from lawyer Warren Kinsella saying the RCMP may have already started steps to open an investigation into the handling of the SNC-Lavalin scandal. What are you hearing?
Well, it was the most explosive testimony anyone could imagine. We knew this was going to be a fight, in the old expression, is she going to bring a knife to a gunfight? Instead, she brought a tank, an artillery shell. I mean, it was an extraordinary testimony, veiled threats, a consistent and sustained campaign to have me change my mind. She implicated 11 people at the very highest levels, including the Prime Minister, in this campaign to pressure her. 10 phone calls, 10 meetings. I mean, it was a prosecutorial set of evidence. Now the question is on the political track. He's got to follow the political track and the legal track. Politically, this has done unbelievable damage, incalculable damage to the Liberals, and it will go on because all those people she named, Gerald Butts, the former principal secretary, the chief of staff, Katie Telford, I mean, these are the closest people to the Prime Minister. They're all going to have to testify, and many others. The legal track is fascinating. And as Warren Kinsella said, now the RCMP have got to be thinking about investigating. I've spoken to a number of legal sources, and they would be concerned now, based on that testimony, about 1, obstruction of justice, and 2, breach of trust. Those are both criminal allegations. Does it reach that threshold? One thing I will say, and it's important to point this out, Jody Wilson-Raybould, in her testimony yesterday, was asked, was it illegal? And she said it was inappropriate, but in my view, not illegal. That may not be the RCMP's view.
Opposition leader Andrew Scheer was quick to call for the resignation of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Trudeau responding, saying he disagrees with Jody Wilson-Raybould's characterization. She also testified there were 11 people, apart from her staff, who were involved in these conversations. Who should be worried about their job in Ottawa this morning?
Everybody. I mean, look, this is the potential to change the outcome of an election. But, you know, Andrew Scheer already called on Justin Trudeau to resign. That's going as far as you can go. Justin Trudeau kind of dismissed that. We're going to have an election in 7.5 months. But it may be consequential for that election. Justin Trudeau's got to be really concerned now about, do people believe that he has the moral authority to lead this country? He's got to talk about that. Bill Morneau, the finance minister, was implicated. He's about to deliver a budget. That's something to worry about. Jagmeet Singh was on your program. Look, we've already got an ethics commissioner investigation. The Justice Committee was pretty extraordinary. He wants a public inquiry. I don't know if we need one after yesterday's explosive testimony. Certainly we'll need more testimony. But this, for Justin Trudeau, he's got to look at his whole office, and they've all got to think about who now has to testify and who now is, quote, a distraction, the very term that Jerry Butts used, his closest friend and principal secretary, before he resigned. And I think all those people are going to now have to counter, if they want, what Jody Wilson-Raybould said, and this war is not going to help them.
Yeah, it's not just staff, as you mentioned. It's also a cabinet minister. The other question you're watching closely for today, Evan, and we'll have to watch your program and the rest of the analysis this morning to figure out whether or not she will remain with the Liberal Party. Evan, thanks for joining us from Ottawa this morning after an extraordinary day yesterday.
Thanks.